Hey, there it is. So nobody heard my annoying lip trills.
Yeah.
So that's exciting.
Welcome to
What the?
Flip.
With sound now. So thank you, Yay Man, for pointing that out to us.
It's the morning.
We appreciate you.
It's one thing we didn't
You didn't
check.
miss anything important. We were just talking about nonsense.
We're playing Magic by Stern. So
1979. Those were the important bits, I guess, that we said.
yeah. So
I was trying to help Kevin get his voice warmed up.
Yeah.
But he was not having it. So
We're just gonna play some pinball. Yeah. Hopefully everything's framed up
Hey,
and you
guys.
can see and listen and.
I thought it was my pooter.
No.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was us today.
See, apparently practice does not make perfect
I'm gonna stand
because.
over here. Oh wait, but so the mic is over here, but the computer is over there, so I am gonna stand over here for chat purposes.
The problem I have is we've been playing. Oh, here we go. The cat
Kitty!
is fully into this now. You got to see an early Ember cat.
She's fired up. The kitties are fired up today.
Yeah.
They're quite fired up, actually.
So yeah, thank you for pointing that out.
Yes, we appreciate you out
You'd
there.
think I'd know how to set up a stream by now, but clearly I don't.
Oh, I even did it. I
You
know.
had it.
I know. Arr.
We're still warming up, y'all. Anyway, this is a pretty tough game. I don't know. We were gonna play it yesterday, but then we had just played Harlem, so we figured let's go ahead and switch it up. We're trying to space out not to do too much insider baseball, or how the sausage is made, or whatever. We're trying to break up the games a little bit, go classic, then newer and more classic. But yeah, you were on day 4.
We're halfway there. Living on a prayer. Oh, and I have my kitty mug that's color changing or heat changing. Can you see it?
Yeah. Tilt it on its side and then put it under the camera on the bottom.
That sounds like a really good idea.
Sounds like something I do in the morning. The way my morning's going. It's been
Aww.
on the struggle bus. Apparently.
Kevin might have gotten a kitty scratch this morning. Well, see, I was gonna wear my Cincinnati shirt today, and my kitty likes to lay on my clothes, particularly if they're black.
Yeah.
So she was laying on it, and I said, "Oh, I'm gonna kick her off." And then Kevin
Yeah.
took it upon him, and she was not having it. She wanted to lay on that shirt.
Yeah, she did not want to get rousted. Anywho, but yes, it is a cool little mug. She got me a Pac-Man one that does similar.
Yeah.
When it is cold or cool, it just shows the blank maze. But then when it gets warmed up, it reveals Pac-Man and the dots and the ghosts and all that type of stuff.
It's real cool.
Yeah, it is nice. That's
Tigerfly, the cat mug I got at Jungle Jim's, so it was like an impulse buy. Actually, it wasn't like an impulse buy. It was an impulse
Get up there.
buy.
Oh, that's bad.
But you can never have too many mugs, so you know.
So I let that one go because I didn't full plunge, and you pretty much always want to full plunge in this game. And I didn't hit a switch, so the playfield didn't get validated, so I was able to go again. Just to let you know what happened there. There is no ball save on this game. Oh, I had to save. Ugh. Yeah. We're still warming up. At least the sound's working. I turned it on this morning and it wasn't. So, yeah, the caps need to get replaced. This game may also freak out and shut off. Hopefully it doesn't, but...
That's part of the reason why we haven't streamed it
yeah.
recently.
I'm 90% sure that the sound card needs to get rebuilt. That's why I have the caps to do it. So, yeah, gotta not hit a switch. That's why I was listening, and I know it's not the smartest thing right now, but I was listening for the spinner noise to go.
Because it will a lot of times give you a...
Yeah, one little dink of a hit when it comes down through the spinner.
Because it's rude, but...
Well, you know, or they're sensitive. I don't know. People do not like my spinners on this game, I'll tell you that, because the left one's pretty decent. The right one doesn't spin hardly at all. And I refuse to juice them, so... I should just take them apart and clean them real good, but I just still haven't done that yet.
There we go.
I think they spin fine. Like, I don't know. That's not where the points and magic should come from. Because we talked about it before, if you get both spinners lit and like all the letters going, each spin would be worth 2,000 points.
Yeah.
And if you juice your spinners, then that's all you got to do.
Yeah.
And
You can't catch up any other way.
Yeah, and I don't want that to be a thing. I don't want this game to be easy to roll.
And no, you cannot
that's your ball save. That's right.
You can't dead bounce from the right to the left. It will
from the left to the right. The
No.
right one will dead bounce.
Well,
Yeah, it will.
it'll just like get caught.
No, that's the left one. Oh yeah. I'll prove it.
Okay.
No, you beat me. So you do it first. But yeah, so I got a few tweaks I still got to make on this game. So we're gonna take the sound card out and recap it. We're gonna try and do it on stream. We'll see what happens. Space Mission has a freaky temperamental issue, right? Sorry, I'm so out of frame. Pinball, y'all. Easy to stream.
Yes! Particularly in the morning! Yay!
Spinner will not register. That's unfortunate.
Oof, got a little lucky there. Standing weird. Can't stand weird, it distracts me.
Oh, when you first... Yeah, it's got to get all warmed up. Yeah.
Woo!
You would think, like, for, like, games like EMs and such, like, oh, like, I could see electronics, like, oh, a bad capacitor or a bad resistor somewhere. Like, it doesn't quite register right. And
Hey,
once...
Pinball Narcissist.
Hey, Pinball Narcissist. And once it warms up, you'd be like, okay, I can understand that this now starts to work. But, like, with EMs, you're like, see, you bounced.
Didn't successfully.
No, it didn't successfully, but...
That's what I meant.
Oh, alright. It's on now. It's on now.
You know that's what I meant. You know that's what I meant.
Well, I mean the left one dies. Like,
Oh,
the
okay.
right one doesn't die. It just, you know...
Yeah, I did.
But, like, with an EM, you figure, like, well, like, is a switch just, like, not working right? Who knows?
Uh-oh.
No, gotcha. You open up and fiddle with it, it gets going, and then, yeah. Yeah, sometimes just like
Go,
try
go.
to replace the switch, I guess. I don't know.
That was fun.
But there's some fiddly connection in there somewhere. No matter how many times you try to seem to redo it. Nice.
We're fine.
No big deal.
Yeah, spelled magic, y'all!
Yeah, so this is the only classic third in
wizard.
the house. I want more of them.
I'm gonna go for the extra ball.
But
Ready?
Lindsay's,
Nope, I missed.
Lindsay's a classic Valley girl, so we end
I
up
am.
with more of those.
I'm a valley girl in a valley world.
That's it.
I'm playing pinball.
I'm gonna buy a Dracula here one day, though.
Dracula's pretty cool. I like Dracula. I like classic Stearns. I just,
There it was. You see it?
yeah.
I told you. Now it's over there. It's the left one that dies. I'll point out what I'm talking about. There's a. I don't have it sitting quite right, so what happens is there's pins back here to guide the flippers. The right one is resting on the pin. The left one sits a little high, so when it hits, it actually acts like a catch, like a dead.
Yeah, it's weird.
So it's
I
kind
just
of
don't trust
neat,
either
but it messes with you.
Okay, here we go. Whee!
We tried to restart on the Switch. Even found that it was put together backwards. Yeah.
Wow. Fun times.
Yeah, the classic thirds are all put together backwards as well. It's kind of annoying. But still doesn't. Sometimes, yeah, that's frustrating. Problems like that are the worst because you understand. Like I know how to fix pinball machines and I know what's going on, and yet you still can't find the issue.
Hey, there we go. We got
It's
it.
pretty annoying.
Spinner. Wow, I cannot find that right spinner today.
Lindsay gets on me about the left extra ball rollover.
I do.
And I tell her it's like it's working. It's just you gotta hit it just right. It's unfortunate, but like it's just.
Well, I get on it because it seems to always work for him and not for me. It's not fair.
It doesn't always.
He's
work
rigged
for
the
me.
game.
Yeah.
I know it doesn't. And it does work for me, so you know.
It's just.
You cannot talk Siths talk in absolute.
Yeah. So the problem is it's a star rollover, which are fickle on their best day.
Yeah.
So what I probably need to do is get a whole new star rollover, but I really
whole new star rollover.
yeah, and
Nailed
redo
it.
the switch and everything.
There were no extra syllables in that line.
No, that was a perfect amount. Syllable by.
Come on, you got it. Oh, I almost flipped the right one too soon.
Almost.
You gotta remember on this when you're
They are tempo just
slapping
like
it.
cats.
What? I don't know what you're talking about. Hey, I hit it! I hit that spinner.
Star rollovers. I know, right? Yeah. You've restored playfield. You know. I've heard horror stories about star rollovers on rebuilding playfields. And I think you've told me a couple of them. So yeah, I don't. That's why I'm like. I really probably should strip this game down, clean it, and clear coat it to save what.
Yeah!
But
Keep going. Keep your people.
oh, yeah, I do not envy your position when it comes to that. You can do everything they tell you to and do everything right, and they still don't work. You still got to get out the mini file or
Come on. Yes!
delete or whatever to.
5x!
Lindsay's
5x!
going to town right now.
I was excited to play this game. I know you think I don't like it, but
I know you don't. I'm just kidding. Your extra ball is lit.
I know. I've been missing that shot a lot. Now it's not.
No, it's not.
It's okay. I still need practice on the
Yeah, unfortunately, you can't really see it because of the lighting that we have installed.
Still off.
But no, you might. No, you can.
Darn it.
It's up there, like at the left spinner there.
Now it's like.
It's that star
Now
rollover
it's
is
not.
for the extra ball.
Give me an 8.
There's another star rollover all the way at the top. It's kind of tucked back behind like the top lane keys up there. And the problem with that one is since it always gets plunged over there, that star rollover is super dirty.
Hey, I got it.
Yeah, you got the extra ball.
Did I?
Yeah, the light didn't work, but
Okay.
you got it. So yeah, I need to replace some lamp sockets. And this game just needs a good going over. When I got it, it was in way worse shape. If you believe it. Oh, you might roll this.
It's respectable.
I guess you're not right there. I'm bad at maths. It's a lot of points. It's good work.
Thanks. I'm not mad at it.
So this is the end of the stream. I'm just kidding. Kidding. We just got started. Please don't leave. Oh no! Still though. I mean, that score is
I didn't want to roll it so
okay.
early in the stream.
Yeah, there you go.
So what are we gonna do after I roll it?
Yeah,
So-
this post you gotta trust sometimes, and other times you can't. You just gotta learn when to do it.
No! Oh, you had it! You had it!
Ah!
I was gonna be so excited.
Oh, and I killed the sound by doing that. Yay!
Man.
Hey, there's back.
Yeah, I just needed to call and response.
You gotta shake it again.
Shake it like a Polaroid picture. Kevin does not want me to drink my tea.
I'm trying to play.
So I'm going to give a shout out to a local tea company. I'm drinking some Wendigo tea. I'll go grab it and show it to you. But I need to order more tea from them because they have my favorite, and I think I've talked about it on stream before, but they have my favorite throat health tea because it's called Siren. And I met the guy who runs the company at the Food and Wine Festival. And he used to be in a touring band, and they developed it for the vocalist. Hold on, I had to think about that. Okay, that was an interesting little thing that happened down there. But it's really good. One of the things I like about it is that it actually has ginger in it, so it more than just the slippery elm bark and stuff that
Most have.
yeah, it actually opens up your sinuses too. So I use it all the time when I need it.
You gotta be ready for it. It's got an interesting flavor.
Well, I feel like all throat teas have
Yeah.
interesting flavor.
I'm
but-
just saying, if you aren't ready for a throat tea and the first time you
Oh,
drink
I know
it,
grab this. I'm actually drinking their. They got fun names for their teas too. I'm drinking their Firebird chai because I don't have any throat tea, but they come in these fun little black canisters, and cool. I'm gonna show you the graphic because they've got really cool artwork. See, cool.
there it is.
We're not sponsored by them. I just want to give local companies love.
We're not sponsored by anybody. We're sponsored by ourselves. Hit us up if you want to sponsor us.
Because everyone needs a little help right now. Yeah, maybe I should talk to them about being sponsors. I'll take a tea sponsor. I'll drink a cup of tea every time we play pinball.
Be a coffee sponsor. I'd do a coffee sponsor.
Okay, you can do coffee and I'll do tea.
Right now I'm drinking, Kroger, but I've been drinking this week a coffee company called La Terza. They're in, where's it at? Wyoming?
Well,
Wyoming, Ohio.
Yeah, as I say, they're in Cincinnati, but in the Wyoming
Yeah.
suburb.
And so they did
Locality.
they did a cool thing where, see how that didn't bounce at all? It just caught. It's because this flipper is kind of jank. Anyway, they've been doing this cool thing where I guess they roast. They're a coffee roastery.
Yeah, I
roaster.
found, because for Christmas for Kevin, I found them because they've got these cool classes which we want to go to and a roastery tour, but
Yeah.
I'll let you keep talking about them.
Well, yeah, so I'm glad you found them, but then I was running low on some coffees, and I was like, well, they probably are delivering now. I guess they always deliver, but the cool thing they're doing is, I guess they roast coffee for a lot of the little, coffee shops and breakfast places and all that around here in the greater Ohio or Cincinnati area. So you can order coffee for different, like one was Sleepy Bee, which is a little breakfast place.
That Kevin's never been to because whenever we tried to go, it was always.
I'm not waiting in line for pancakes. I'm not doing it. Anyway, or eggs. Breakfast food is not a wait in line food. So
It is delicious though.
it is delicious, and I'm sure Sleepy Bee's fantastic. But anyway, so what they're doing
It's
is
pretty good. I've
they're
been
they're
there.
selling one of their signature roasts, I guess, for the different different places. And when you order, they give $5 to the company that they roast for.
Yeah, so it's a really nice thing.
It's a little pricey. I'm not gonna lie. It's not.
But it's good coffee.
It's very good coffee. It's not cheap coffee, but it's very good. I get whole bean because I'm a coffee snob now, thanks to Lindsay.
Yep.
I grind my own coffee.
Oh, get it, girl. Get it. Get it.
Yep.
Oh, I mean, don't get it. Don't you do it.
But yeah, so they're doing a real cool thing. So if you get lots of hairs up, or if you go to the local,
I think I need to go up.
Maybe.
We're gonna get that.
If you maybe even if you have a small, if you have a small coffee place that you go to, they may brew for them around the Cincinnati, Ohio area. So you may be able to get their coffee. I don't know.
Support local businesses, y'all.
And we're trying as much as we can.
Oh, also, it hasn't happened yet, but it should be happening soon. One of the theaters that I work for is releasing. They're doing streamed archived shows. And I highly recommend. I just watched. Unfortunately, the one that I just watched is no longer available. But they have a new one that's probably awesome that I will watch this week sometime because a friend of mine who's super awesome is one of his shows. But a show that I was in is going to be released on there. So I'll probably. I don't know if.
It's the No Theater
of Cincinnati.
KNOW.
Check out their website because they're doing both. They've got they've got some audio theater as well. Some shows that are.
They do interesting things there. Let's just say that.
And so if you're thinking if your impression of theater is just like Andrew Lloyd Webber musicals, it's not that.
Or musicals from the 30s, 40s, and 50s or whatever. Yeah.
And the show I was in was a play with music was what it was considered, but it's a really cool show.
Storytelling thing.
Yeah. I'll talk more about it when it actually drops, in case people want to check it out and see what I do when I'm not playing pinball. So I am excited about that. They're doing a great job trying to keep artists employed right now.
Because it's tough.
Yeah, so kudos to Adeno. That was a good little collect bonus.
Should we talk about what we're actually doing while we play this game?
Probably. We're avoiding the tentacles. I'm just kidding.
This game.
You can talk about.
This game is all about bonus, basically. So the spinners can be a thing. I'm not saying you shouldn't go for them ever, but the primary goal of this game is to get your bonus up. You can see in the middle, you have 2, 3, 4, and 5x. In order to advance your 2, 3, 4, 5x, you hit the 3 drop targets on the top right. And then after, basically there's certain switches that will advance your bonus by 1,000. You can see it going around in the middle there. Right now I'm at 4. If I hit the top pop bumper, it will advance 1,000. If I hit the certain stand-ups for the letters or rollovers for the letters, they advance 1,000. I think these in-lane switches advance 2,000. Just 1. Sorry, if they score 2,000, they advance your bonus 1. The outlane switches score 5,000 and advance your bonus 3. So, but watch it. If I hit that pop, it went up 1.
It's hard to see because you got it immediately in the collect bonus hole.
So, and that's the other thing you're trying to do is once you get your bonus multiplied and up, because you can only get up to 1,900 or whatever it is.
You mean 19,000?
Is it?
Yeah, it's 10,000.
Yeah, see, I always say it wrong. I always say it wrong. I was even thinking about it. So, just shy of 20,000.
There you go.
You basically, what happens is, you can see I'm at 10, and if I would have kept going, it would have clicked it back over to 1, so I would have been at 11,000. And then you try and get in the bonus hole, it drains all your bonus out, and then you rebuild.
Mm-hmm. We will rebuild. That's one reason I do really like this game. I am a big fan of older games that are dependent on bonus. Big fan.
Well, in this one, you can't just sit there. You can keep getting it into the bonus collect hole, but you're only going to be getting 1 to 5,000 out of it. It's not a bad, 5,000 would be okay. Meaning, ooh, nice.
Woohoo!
So if you have 5x bonus.
Thank you, insert.
If you have 5x bonus and you keep getting it bouncing back into the bonus hole, the bonus hole, we'll call it, the collect bonus hole. Yeah, it keeps giving you that. Because you reset back to 1 every time.
Wow, the inlanes are being very friendly to me.
Yeah, for now.
Hey, I would have gotten an extra ball there.
Yeah, you advanced it 3 times each rollover.
Nice. I know. I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, so basically, it's all about collecting bonus.
So I did actually play this game at Pinburg, and I won my round on it.
That's right.
So,
you know what you were doing.
Yeah, so I was pretty excited about that.
Even though this game is not kind, this is not a kind game. I have yet to find one that I would consider friendly.
I mean, are any of the games from this era kind?
Not, but there's others that are a little
kinder.
Yeah, kinder.
So just remember, when you step up to this game, you are trying to plunge the A.
Yeah.
That is
that's the
priority 1.
Yeah. Why don't you explain to them how magic works? Because it's magic.
So yes, it's magic. Don't ask me to explain. Okay, so I got the A, and you might have noticed there's like an orange light now on the spinner that's alternating between the 2 spinners. It's on the right spinner now. And that'll give you 1,000 on whichever spinner it's on. So when you spell magic, which you have M-A-G at the top, and the only place you can get the A is at the top. That's why it's important to plunge it. Plus, it lights your spinner, and spinners are fun. The M is also here, and the G is also here. I and C are only down on the lower part of the play field here. So once you spell magic, it will... Sorry. Light your extra ball.
Yeah, there's a few different things.
Yeah, and then I don't remember all the other things.
Well,
because I never go for it, really.
The main thing is that it lights your extra ball. But the other thing it does is it starts making the drop targets, the 3 drops, worth more points. So it starts at, I think it starts at 5. I think the 5,000 light up there is out right now. So if she were to spell magic right now, yeah. So it'll collect it all the way down, and it can collect all the way down again because she's a 2x. But if she gets the targets right now, she'll get, she would get 5,000 points. But if you spell magic a bunch of times, it keeps going up. So you can see those little those little lights, kind of on the way up to the drop targets. It goes 5, 10, 20, 30, and it's special. So once you get to 5x bonus, or after 5x, I should say after you spell magic enough. Yeah, it's a little complicated. But
well,
not really.
yeah,
I'm not explaining it well this morning, but
if you play this game, I do not recommend focusing on spelling magic. If it happens, cool, and it probably will happen at some point, but it's not priority 1. Priority 1 is really getting your bonus points. For me, I should say.
I agree. These games of this era are not going.
There we go. See, we know what we're talking about here.
Some days. See? Easy to get fixed, but it's nice to catch over here.
Someday we'll get it together and we'll get it undone. Someday. So the other ways you light your spinner, if you want to max out your spinner value, is hitting the spelling the
so that is
down there.
That's the other thing spelling magic does for you. It gets all your spinners lit.
Ooh, thank you for spinning in and not spinning out.
The spinners are worth 200 plus lit value. To get each side lit, you have to get G and I.
I hate that so much.
And C and M.
And I believed I could survive it, and I did not.
So yeah, you can see here. You can see 200 plus lit value. So you got a 4 and a 4, a 4, 4, and 1,000 on the top. Like Lindsay alluded to before, said before, the A does light the 1,000, but it switches back and forth. The thing that does not switch back and forth is when you get M and you get G and I and C. And it keeps that side of the spinner lit. If that makes any sort of sense.
I think so. I was thinking, oh, this cookie tastes good while you're explaining that, so I can't.
So yeah, I guess my 10,000 lights out there. The 5,000 works. We maybe do a light test after this to see which lights are actually burnt out. The lamps aren't burnt out usually. It's the lamp sockets, like Phoebe was saying earlier. They are. They go. And when they go, there's no fixing them. You just have to replace them. You keep jiggling them, and you keep scrubbing, and you freaking get a wire brush and a Dremel and do whatever you want, drip solder, whatever you try and do. It works for about 5 seconds, and then they just break again. I've
Fun
yet
times.
to. If anyone has any like actual fix for lamp sockets short of replacing them, I'd love to hear it.
Yes, give me an A. Yeah. You want to play with me, Ants?
It's about the kitty blinders.
Get it. Get that ball. Get it.
You see the cat paw? Yeah, you do. There's the head. There she comes.
Ah!
She knows she's not supposed to be up there while we're playing, and yet she can't help herself sometimes.
You guys have an hour.
Yeah.
It is not even close to food time.
No, they don't care. Cats don't care, everybody.
Right, yeah, so if we want to get cats on stream, playing Magic is the best bet for it, because since it's a flatter game, Ember likes to come up on it.
It's the one that it's,
Jump
I don't know,
on.
for whatever reason, she likes getting on Magic.
That was nice. A little flicky flick.
Alright. Trying to go for this drop target. So you can backhand up into there.
Which is what I like to do a lot. because
Yeah.
It's fairly safe.
I like to go off the right flipper and sweep them. Yeah, so you can see I'm at 3x. And, well, I guess... No, maybe I'm wrong. Spelling Magic doesn't do that. I thought it was. Maybe it's just collecting...
Lights are special, right? Doesn't lights, what's lights are special?
Let's read.
Tigerfly, when I read your comment, I thought of a Bop It. Jiggle.
Maybe I'm just straight up wrong.
Twist.
Spotting
Solder.
Magic, lights, extra ball lane, second time score special. Oh, yeah, you're right. I thought it was that. I guess it's just the drops. The more you get the drops, the more it advances anyway. So disregard that. I'm sorry. That was bad information.
What?
Hey, I'm correcting myself.
I don't believe it.
Yeah, you know.
We're always learning here at What the Flip, so we're not wrong, we're just learning.
I just, you know. There's so many rules in football.
Well, I will say, I can tell you what things do, but 9 out of 10 times I can't. I can tell you if it's worth a lot or a little points, but I cannot tell you the exact value. Which, I mean, maybe at some point I should be a little more... on some things I can, but I'm not as cognizant of that as I probably should be.
That was stupid. I should have slipped it.
Flip
Yeah,
it.
so we're gonna,
Let's-
I'm gonna pay attention more to the drops. I thought it was tied to Magic. I guess it's not. Yeah, the first Magic gives you your extra ball. The second Magic gives you special. So I guess in a tournament scenario, if extra balls are not turned on and special obviously does nothing for you on free play, I think it actually does score points in this game. But
Yeah.
so it's still probably not something to go for.
Well, I mean, Spelling Magic, though, does light your spinner, so it's not, like, completely... woof.
Have faith.
Gotta have faith, faith, faith. Baby.
You cannot center post pass. This post is too high. So you can't just roll it down. Like, it's not going to work. It's just going to drain.
I can tell myself what I need to do, but 9 out of 10 times you can't actually do those things.
Yeah.
Another way of it, it's like...
So I guess it may be a little hard to tell, but so the green one, I lit the green here and it was worth 5,000. Next one is this whitish cream color, I guess. And that is 3x. I guess my 10,000's out. So it's just telling me...
Oh, we're going to do a lamp test.
Yeah, we'll
We'll
do
do it
it.
after this one. Keep us honest, chat. Make sure you know.
But yeah, that's... Okay, so that's... Yeah. Yeah. So now the 20,000 is lit. So if I get the drop targets again, I should get 20,000 points. It's almost worth it.
Are you just staring at Phoebe? Yes, you are. Not
Yeah,
surprised.
when I first
Creeper
got
Phoebe.
this game, it took me a little bit to get all this working because the lamp board needed love, the solenoid driver board needed a little bit of love, the
You got it
rectifier
working
board
to-
needed some
To
love.
help you, me.
I did, I'm not gonna lie. I said, I have a pinball machine. She said, I love pinball. And I was like, oh crap, now I gotta get pinball machine working.
Wow. 2 no flip balls. 2 no flip balls. But that's okay, because I believe in ball 3.
We believe in ball 3.
They didn't really all need some love when you get them. Yeah, it's true.
Pretty much.
You gotta bond with it. It's just like a pet. You gotta, like, put in the time, right?
Yeah.
Take care of it, feed it, nourish it. Show it that you love it.
There's also really no post passing.
Yeah.
Because they're swept back a little bit, and these flippers are...
You can tap pass,
You
and
can.
I'm guessing you can. Like I say, I don't try all passing, so maybe you can. I've never I need to work on it more. Maybe next game I'll focus on that. My goal is to flip here, which I'm gonna get one. Yes.
You got one.
I got one. That's all I wanted. There's a sweep.
Yeah, that's satisfying. That's one of the most satisfying shots in this game. When you get up there and you sweep those drop targets.
Yeah, it is nice.
Feels just right. Oh.
That was pretty bad. All right, do a lamp test.
Lamp test. So do a lamp test. You open the door, get on the floor.
Hence why I don't sell often.
Yeah.
We just got
So shoot again light doesn't work, aka the extra ball light. Those lamps were working earlier. The 400. I know that 1,000 over there was working. Now it's just
400 is out and that 10,000's out.
Yeah. So.
And M is out.
The M.
Oh no, it's not. It's
yeah,
just right.
No. Well, it's just a bad lamp socket, so it just takes a minute to warm up. So anyway.
So really, only 2 out.
Yeah. So this is the testing features of this. All the displays actually were in really good shape. I think I only have 1 cigar burn, and it's on the bottom, player 4 down the bottom left, the the last digit, I guess, first digit.
Oh, that's what that's called.
Yeah, they call them cigar burns. Anyway.
I didn't know that. I learned something today.
The other trick you do with these games is you set your first, like if you want it as free play, you set your first replay at 10,000 points.
She's not having it.
And so when you get 10,000 points, then it gives you a credit. So.
I was distracted by Kitty.
So yeah, you can see there's 40 credits, 39, 38. There's 40 credits max. You want to go first?
You're standing there. You can go first.
So once I get 10,000 points, I unplugged the knocker because it annoyed me. I know. Sacrilege.
Man, my laptop is buffering really bad, so I can only hear about half.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry, Tigerfly.
So yeah, I passed 10,000 point threshold, so it gave me a credit. And that way I don't have to fiddle with the credits on the game.
We'll let you know later if we say anything super important.
No, it's all important. Everything we say is important.
All right. Lindsay's going to try an alley pass, but I feel like it's dangerous on this game because I have had several times where things have moonwalked, and the way the geometry is, it scares me that it will hit that, and then hit that, and hit that. So.
That, and that.
Mm-hmm. Give me an 8.
The other probably frustrating thing about this game is like she had a good pop bumper run, right? Because off her plunge, she was able to get her 3 drops, and she got 2 more. You know, I've seen it where you can get up there and get 2 banks of drops. Like for me, I got almost nothing. I got like 1,000 top, and I almost drained because of the feed out of the left orbit or whatever you want to call it. It's not quite an orbit, I guess. But that was silly.
All right, here we go. We're gonna get a trap so we can do an alley.
I'm not awake yet. I'm blaming it on
a trolley, if you will.
I'm actually awake. I'm just not playing very well at this very moment in time. I'm gonna step up.
Okay, here we go. We did it. All right, let's see if we can do it. Oh, these scare me so much. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go.
I'm just like, I don't know. Is that? Well, I was successful.
Yeah. Yeah, you can alley pass. It's just tough.
That was silly.
I think this game got shifted over.
What? I'd never move a pinball machine. I don't know what you're talking about.
Just you.
Yeah, this game you gotta be like constant nudge, pretty much. I think that's why like when we first started playing this game, I really struggled with it because my nudging was not on point, and like you pretty much have to be like doing something almost all the time.
Well, yeah.
Be an active player.
There's a tilt rod. There's no tilt bob though, so you can give this one a pretty healthy move before it actually tilts.
I learned to tap pass on this game, so I'm gonna try to do it just because why not? There it is. That's how you get in the bonus hole. You do a tap pass over.
Yeah.
Get those. No. That's out. Yeah.
Oh, the Poor kitties.
She liked the tapping.
Yeah, she did.
Oh. That was the end of that game.
Alright, you get to go first.
Woohoo! Let's go.
I'm gonna finish up my coffee. I think I'm out.
Whee! I finished my tea. It was delicious. Yeah, my voice was struggling a little, so I said today is a tea day. I mean, I tend to prefer tea over coffee, but I do like both, and it depends on what I'm in the mood for. But like, if my preference is usually for tea because it doesn't dry out my voice as much.
Nice.
Okay.
That was a tap pass. Just kidding. It's considered.
That was a tap pass. Oh, I tried to get that.
That's when
Let's
the
go to
ball's
the other
coming
side.
down like that, and you put the tip of your flipper out there. You call that a tip pass.
Couldn't do it on the
Yeah.
other side.
See the ball coming down, you know you can't really, like, the angle's weird. Like, if you have the ball, if it's coming down, you know it's going to drain. So you put your flipper up there to catch it and just tip it over into that flipper. It's tip pass.
Tip it. Tip it good. Flipper skills. I like working on flipper skills. It makes me super happy. See, that's why I like it will.
Yeah, if it has enough speed, it usually catches and rattles. If it doesn't have enough speed, it's not going to get up there anyway.
It's nice.
And then if it has
Nice.
just the right amount of speed, you're going to be in a bad shape. Oh, gosh. Okay,
Make
settle
sure you
down.
thank your center post.
Yeah, this is one of those games where I think certain tournament directors pull the center rubber out. I'm not usually a fan of that. Like, this flipper gap is gigantic. So if you don't have the rubber there, like I can see on a game where the center post is sunk and the flipper gap is a normal width, I can see pulling the rubber off. But in a game like this, it's like it's there because the gap is so long.
We have controversial views.
Ah, that was.
We don't have controversial views, but we do a lot of times have opinions that,
I have opinions.
like not juicing the spinners that people don't necessarily. Now, don't get us wrong. We are not saying that hitting a juicy spinner is not one of the most satisfying things you can do, but we just
It
don't
is.
like it when it's like then there's no other way you can get points. Like that's the only way you can get points.
Yeah.
And I have to say I agree about that.
No, I have a lot of opinions about that. And I understand why some people don't agree with them. But my opinions are my own.
They are.
Yeah, I don't know. There's just certain games where the center post was put there to make it, a playable game. And I feel like this game was one of those games. But that's the other thing too. I guess I just don't I don't agree with, people make. Oh, I'm surprised it didn't tilt there. I actually gave a real good move. People end up, I feel like, just taking the approach of, oh, well, removing the center post rubber is good on this game to make it play, good enough in tournaments or hard enough in tournaments. But then I feel like other times, that's not the right. You can't just do that approach for every game. I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Okay, we're not feeding. It's not feeding time, kitties. Nice.
So, you have to do a very measured approach.
Whee!
My hands are so dry.
Should've
Put
done-
lotion again.
Checked that I was up. Wow, it just flirted around that drop target. No! Thank you. Okay. Everything's fine. Oops. Come on, we're fine, we're fine. We're fine. I hate when attorneys do that kind of stuff. Which kind of stuff? I'm sure you were talking with Kevin about stuff.
Basically, just taking all things same approach, like removing all outlane rubbers,
Yeah.
removing all center post rubbers.
Well, and I will say sometimes if you want to make the game harder, that's not actually what makes it harder. Sometimes keeping rubbers in make it harder.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that good
Like on Pirates, I think keeping the rubber, like Pirates by Jersey Jack, there's some rubbers on the right side of that game that I think when they're in there, they keep that ball bouncing around. You don't know where it's going to go.
True. True story.
And I feel like that's what you actually need sometimes. It's just uncertainty. Like I watched the tournament with Rolling Stones where they pulled that right post completely out, and it would just that ball would hit there on that wood and it would just drain. And you're just like, well, that's silly. Like, come on. Yeah.
We're fine.
I get what they're doing because they're like, oh, these are the best pro player, blah, 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 or whatever. And it's like, okay, sometimes, but man, I don't know. Let's figure something else out.
Well, I mean, I'm with you. If it's like something that I don't think that it should be something where it's like you just have to avoid that area.
Brunch and Magic says CNK.
Woohoo! Yep. What you eating for brunch? Pancakes. We had one of our favorite
breakfast.
Yeah. So there's this book called Healthyish. By I think what's her name? Lindsay Maitland Hunt. Of course I like her because her name is Lindsay. That could be bad. We're fine. And oh my gosh, we do it for 8 minutes because we like our eggs.
8-minute hard-boiled eggs, so they're kind of softish boiled, if you will.
They got a little goo. Hi, Kitty. But then you have it with a miso butter. Oh, it's so good. And then we have naan.
Miso butter is white miso with just mixed into butter.
It's like what, a quarter of a cup of miso
to for a stick of butter or something. Yeah.
And it's so good. It's so good.
But yeah, and then like she was saying, we put on naan, which is
delicious
Indian type of bread, whatever, tandoor bread.
Kind of like a pita.
Yeah.
If you don't know what it is.
Way more buttery and delicious.
Yeah.
Very unhealthy, I'm sure.
No, it's healthy-ish.
Yeah. Maybe not a naan. Amber Kitty. That's right.
Well, they normally
yeah, like on Laser Q, removing the wire lane guide behind the double flipper.
Oh, yeah.
Come on. Nice.
Oh, gosh darn it. Oh, man.
Man, you've been putting together some games here, Red.
Ball 3, believe in it. Speaking of which, Lindsay has been flexing her creative muscle.
That's right.
And so I'm going to submit
Sorry.
a new emote to Twitch today. I just wanted to sleep on it and revisit it today and see if it still looked at least passable. So I'm very excited because
it looks good. She showed me
scratching a creative itch.
Kind of some of her process of figuring it out, and I'm impressed with it. She's done. I like it. So if you don't, well, I don't want to hear. I'm just kidding. No, she did. I think she did a bang up job. She really did.
I think it's gonna be cool. So,
and there's not okay. So here's the thing about these freaking emoticons or emojis or whatever you want to call them.
Emotes.
They're tiny.
They're tiny.
They're tiny. So like you don't have much space to work with. So we had a few different ideas, and Lindsay and I were kind of bouncing back and forth, and she actually mocked some up. And like I really liked the direction she was going with one, but when we shrunk it down, you just couldn't tell anything that was going on.
So we're kind of dividing it up into 2 emotes.
Yeah.
And we're gonna, because one of the things like might be designing some new T-shirts for us potentially. Because why not? That was beautiful. Well done.
Take a minute let this whole thing settle. This whole area in here.
Ember says, "Why? Keep playing." Ember's sitting right over there.
But yeah, so yeah, hopefully by tomorrow we will have another
a new emote.
I don't know if there's a long approval process. I don't remember it. I don't think there is, but there might be. So we'll see. We shall see.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. It was, the game made me work for that one, but luckily it was going slow enough to where I could kind of see what was happening. Sometimes when it's going fast enough over there, you got no chance, or you wiggle and pray.
You wiggle and pray. The wiggle pray. It's a pro move. Actually, when I was learning, when I was in school,
where was another one?
Learning some voila, or viola, if you want to say it properly. I didn't think I made a bad decision because I should have committed to the tip, but I thought it was going to miss it, and I dropped it. Whatever. Not going to talk about what happened wrong. Everyone saw it. I know. She was doing it earlier too. So we're excited because our cat is
Cleaning herself.
Yes, we'll just leave it at that. But yeah, see, good girl, Phoebe, good girl. She's like, what? Wait. I don't know what I was talking about now. What did I? Oh, Viola, yeah. And so like there's like 3 different methods for shifting, and he said, but there's a 4th one, and it's the pray method, where you just pray you hit the note when you shift, which is not advised, because you probably won't need it. But same with pinball. You can use the pray method.
She's cleaning herself. That's what she's doing. She was an overweight kitty, so there's
some areas that were difficult that she wouldn't clean, and
we're trying to get her back down in her weight again because we think we. Anyway.
She was doing better, and then with the
self-feeder or the automatic feeders. Yeah.
And so she's worried she's getting poor Phoebe. She just loves her food. She really does love food.
She's a food kitty.
Don't you? Come here.
Oh, we also got some. They're called Pet People. We did an order. Because we normally give them probably the garbage food of Purina, whatever, gravy lovers, and I'm sure people out there are like, oh my god, I can't believe you feed them that. Well, they ate it, so we fed it to them. But we got this stuff from, was it Dave's?
Yeah, it's Dave's.
It's called Dave's, and it's really good stuff for them.
I've got to play pinball now.
And they both really like it, so.
Are you going to hook on to me? No. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Phoebe really likes it. Like,
yeah, she goes to town.
Which is good. It's probably better for her than the fancy feast, but we don't know. All right, here we go.
Yeah, I like food too, and beer.
You want it? Come on now. You want it? Ooh, come on.
Did you listen to Here Kitty Kitty yet?
No! And no.
Oh.
What is Here Kitty Kitty? Here kitty 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 kitty. Soft kitty, warm kitty, little ball of fur. Sleepy kitty, happy kitty, purr purr purr. Keep me to do an arrangement of that for my brother, because I'm not gonna say it's a joke, but like it is kind of family thing. So I keep meaning to do an arrangement so that he's stressed out and he can listen to it. Or something. I don't know.
Her brother never listens.
No, my family's all very even keeled.
I mean, look, I could say the same about my family and myself. I am not an even keeled person. I know I'm not. So I can't even pretend.
We just all we exhibit it in different ways.
That's true.
Let's
That's very
say
true.
that.
And different things bring it out in us. Like
very true.
Certain situations I'm fine in, others I am not so fine in. So I'm not judging here. It's just.
And thankfully, like for us, I think our situations that set us off are different. So like we can help each other through. Like we're both not like just completely going.
Yes. So I actually, if you believe
Tiger
it,
King Joe song, got it. Yeah, okay.
If you believe it, I was actually aiming for that top flipper through that middle pop. So I don't. What you can do is when this one's up, I mean you can always backhand it, but if you send it right through here,
He loves to do that.
It's one of the most satisfying shots in this game, sort of the sweep.
Nice. That was a nice little touch.
Now I can't
But
hit
see, you can probably see how much both of us are like really working at this game. Like this is a game, if you step up to it, again, be prepared, be active the whole time, or else you're not gonna have a good time. And
this game's a workout.
It is. You got it. Constant vigilance. Mad Eye Moody. You got a Mad Eye Moody this game, y'all. That's what you do. We'll do an emote with Mad Eye Moody. Constant vigilance.
Constant.
Going into copyright territory again, though.
Yeah, JK would have us.
We're gonna have Crazy Eye Candy or something. I'm trying to think of a knockoff. That's the best I can do.
There you go.
Oh, you got that jiggle down. Yeah, he does.
Yeah, this is the one game I feel like I've just played it so much.
Kevin used to smoke me consistently because he knew it. And then I started figuring it out, so he still smokes me from time to time.
Kitty blinders.
Do you want me to?
Nah, she's She's moseying.
Just passing through.
She's moseying.
Oh, she's standing on Star Wars.
Yeah.
She normally doesn't stand on the newer game because of the way the glass is. She doesn't look comfortable. Let's put it that way. Don't dig in. That's not our game. Though we can just switch our glass. I guess, right?
Yeah. Nope. I got lucky there.
Glass needs a little weather stripping to lower the rattle.
In this game?
I don't know. Did you mean on this game, CNK?
No. It's not the glass that's rattling. It's just kind of the game itself. She's an old girl. Well, you mean the back glass rattle? Gotcha. Yes. Yes, that is rattling. Absolutely.
That was a nice ball one there, bud.
Thank you. Yes, the back glass absolutely rattles. You are correct there. I mean, you can see that back glass has a lot of issues.
Hey, birthday!
It's missing pretty much all of the red paint.
Oh, this is bad. Ugh, we're fine. I don't know why I flipped like that. That was.
Yeah.
I just love, whenever I look at this back glass, I just love the guy who looks like he's impaling himself because of the way that, like, I don't know.
He's stabbing himself right in his thigh.
Hey, that's how you get the G.
Oh.
Are you stuck now because it's so inclined?
Yeah. What are you looking at me for?
Hey. Kittens! I had a machine like that drove me nuts.
I'm just so used to it. I don't know.
Oh, I haven't seen that tiger fly. Ours, well, Phoebe never. She was up on Maverick the other day. We took a picture because she's usually not kitty on a pin.
And she got on fire when we had that one. That was so weird. I came home and Phoebe was on top of a pinball machine. And I was like, Lindsay, did you put Phoebe up on top of a pinball machine? She's like, no. Why on earth would I do that? And I'm like, well, she's up on fire right now. So and we were both very surprised.
Yeah, but yeah, Ember normally will. I don't know if she ever lays on them. She'll sit on them and then she'll lay on the top.
Yeah, the back boxes. She
likes
lays
to
on
be kitty corner.
Yeah, she likes to get up on top of Matt. She used to only clean herself up on Matt.
She's I thought she was gonna avoid him. She was doing a really good like slinky through the cameras, but
no, she decided to do Earthquake Kitty.
Earthquake. Is that really a good idea for you to be on that game? Come on this game.
She doesn't want to. She says I'm over here.
Okay, fine. Let's see how well this goes if I do no nudging from the pots. Oh, that was scary. That was scary.
Yeah, weather stripping stop the cold. Yeah, I need to do that. Like I said, this game needs some love. I've given it love over the years, but clearly I need to give it more.
Wow. It's kind of like in Stratoflight. I am so good in Stratoflight. Like, you know how it has the three, or what, are there four or are there three?
This
four,
is amazing.
Right?
This is.
So, like, we were playing it, replay effects, and I literally, like, multiple times.
At least 3 or 4
yeah,
times.
we hit it, banked, hit in the middle here, banked, hit in the middle there, banked, hit in the middle here, no drop targets.
0 points.
And it was like, if there was a shot there to hit, like that you needed to hit, would I be able to hit it? No. It was hilarious.
It was amazing watching that happen.
I really like that game. I like Stratoflight.
Stratoflight.
Man, I am off on my backhands.
Yeah. This game's feeling a little different than it used to. It needs to get cleaned and waxed.
We want it to be fast, yo.
Yeah. Anytime I see the scores start to creep up, like today, I know the game needs to get stripped down and re-waxed because you pull too many points out of the game. I know it's time. I actually I had a rubber set. When I first got this game, I did re-rubber it. There she is.
Hi!
Come on.
Yeah, come on.
You're gonna come.
Kitty crossing! Oh, shoot. I survived the kitty crossing.
Yeah, you did.
It's kind of like when you save a ball. Like, you have a great save, and then you lose it. Same with the kitty crossing. You're, like, uber aware when kitty crossing, but, not when you want me to, right? Cats don't ever want to. You have to invite a cat to do something.
This game has one good ball in it. Then after that, I tell you what. Oh, I need to stretch.
Oh God, bless America.
Oh.
Do you mind if I start up?
No, you go for it.
Are you doing any challenges today, or are we just playing?
I don't know. Let's do a couple, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, 'cause we didn't do any challenges yesterday. I feel like we should do something. We'll do a challenge after this game here.
Actually, we did a couple challenges. We just didn't score.
That's true. Yeah, we were setting personal challenges and such and things. See, like that, I think if the game were clean, that feed would have been a lot scarier.
Right.
Ah, shoots.
We'll do tap pass challenge first.
Okay, cool. I love tap pass challenges. Challenge accepted. This game, it is hard to tap pass, though. And that's why, again, I know I mentioned it when we were playing Harlem the other day. You'll a lot of times see us overpass because on this game you have to get the button depressed more than on most tap passy games. I tell them not to do something, right? Surefire way to get them to do anything. Yeah, so we'll sometimes get where it's like, oh, play this. No, don't play with this. Don't you do it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that was dumb.
Yeah, he had it. Hi, Phoebe.
That was dumb.
Yeah. She yawned at me. I feel like when cats yawn, it's them trying to roar at you. That's what I always pretend in my head. I always hear a yawn. Hi. Survived. Did not survive. What did we say? Kitty crossing, it was fine. And then that's hilarious. You can jump down. What are you? You look so uncomfortable. Jeez. Amber don't care.
Her tail's going crazy to keep her balance.
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of. There she is.
She's playing pinball, y'all. She's cleaning the glass.
Yeah. She's like, you weren't playing. She's actually been pretty good about
twice, yep.
not getting on the game. Now she's smacking the microphone with her tail.
Yeah, so if you're hearing a big thump.
Amber, stop that. Cats
Amber
and pinball, y'all.
has the longest tail, too. She's like...
She's just a long cat.
She is.
Dude, come on, girl, come on.
Oof. She's also not the most graceful when she jumps down from things. Alright, let's believe it ball. 3.
The other thing she does is Phoebe will try and sniff her behind, and Ember will just smack Phoebe in the face with her tail. Just straight up tail whip. You're like, good.
Oh, watch me whip.
Nice.
Thank you. Rip!
Kitty windshield wipers, that's right. She's dusting off the microphone with her tail.
Yeah. There's a lot of dust in there.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't have to clean these pinball machines glass every time we play them.
That was a questionable, yeah.
Alright. Okay. Do you want me to start off, or do you want to start it off?
I don't care. Okay, kids, you've got 26 minutes. I believe in you. I'll feed him. You can play a game when I feed him at lunchtime.
Okay.
Well, because yesterday when you were making soup, I played a game. So today you can play a game. I don't know. You can choose.
Alright,
You won, so you can choose. Alright, we are doing a tap pass challenge. Person with the most tap passes over the course of the game wins. Correct? Is that what we're doing? Okay. How do I want to do this to best increase my odds of...
Catching it?
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
So,
I guess, I don't know. I've been sleeping on and off poorly, very well.
and last night was a pour.
I feel like it was, yeah.
Here we go. We got it. Alright. I feel like it's...
The left one's easier.
Yeah. Here we go. And we didn't lose it!
No, you did not.
Does that count?
Yeah, actually.
No.
2. Yeah, 2. I actually did. Yeah, that was a tap.
Are you going to count it?
Yeah, I did. I
Well, no, I'm asking legitly. I mean,
you tapped. And, I mean, it wasn't from a catch, so yeah. That was a tap.
you gotta be careful tap passing on the fly, or if you probably saw on Harlem the other day, I was trying to get cute and do a tap pass, and
That did not count.
Ugh,
that did not count.
And I just ended up stopping. It was like a little mini like drop catch, so you gotta be careful. There you go. That counts. It made it to the flipper.
I didn't.
I think it counts.
If you want to give that to me,
Does
that's
that count?
fine. But I really don't think it counted.
I'm gonna give it to you because you did get a flip on the other flipper.
Yeah, I guess.
Like it made it over to the other flipper.
Okay.
It wasn't as clean.
If you want to give it to me, I'll take
I'm gonna
it.
give it to you.
I feel like it's a little bit of charity, but I'm not against charity right now.
Charity. I mean, you did it. I mean, we didn't specify like perfect tap passes.
Worthwhile tap pass.
Plus, you gave me that one that was like.
That was an actual legit tap pass, though. Like, you did it on the fly, but you still did it. That's funny.
I don't know. I'm gonna count it, particularly because the right flipper is hard to.
Catching it, but not quite. All right. Nailed it.
Well, you can. That's just you were able. You did like a post pass there.
Yeah.
There you go.
There's two.
3. Nice.
Too greedy. Getting greedy.
All right, here we go. I just need to at least get one more. Please, game. Let me have the ball. Please. Kitty scratch.
Oh, please.
Thank you. Okay. Because, like, I used to do it so that, like, my whole hand, like, on this game, because that's really kind of how you have to do it. Other ones, you literally just, like, tap the button.
You just flick your finger against it.
I thought that was going to rain. Okay.
There you go.
Okay. Nope. I had it and I lost it. I'll find it. Shoot! Everything's fine.
Everything is awesome.
Whew, I feel like I'm super sweaty today. Or you're super sweaty. Or maybe it's when you put on lotion.
Yeah, it was.
All right, we got this. Ready? Come on now! That did not count.
No.
Okay. We got this.
Right one's this. That's what I've been doing. Like, you overcompensate after you try on the right finger.
Okay. It is giving me lots of chances, so, you know. I got this. I got this. Nope. It's a bad catch. Please don't. That's usually one I can win, so enjoy your victory.
Oh, I know.
And yes, we are doing it again. I'm not even going to let you move on.
What?
Oop, not 11. Kevin didn't get 11.
Yeah, I got 11. Woo! It goes to 11.
Alright, you get to go first.
Oh, that was bad. Maybe.
Kitty's gonna help.
No.
That's too soon.
That is not. Hi.
We are learning how you can, Kitty. Here comes Kitty! You gonna get her. Alright, you're fine.
She's just reminding us that she's still here in the house and
The food
wanting
is
food.
coming.
Stop.
Can you hear when she's whipping her tail into the mic, everybody?
Probably, I'm sure that there's no way they can't. Yeah.
Hey, say something. Wow, that was aggressive.
It was aggressive.
This is an aggressive tap. Oh yeah, she does this thing. She doesn't do it with Kevin. She does it with me. Haven't done it in a while. And she might not do it on that glass anyway, 'cause she's not very stable. But like if she's on top of a pin and I bend down, like
One bigger than 10.
that, let's see if she does it. Hey, Amber. You can do it?
She's too distracted. There's so many things going on. She's like, no, you're supposed to feed
She's
me.
not doing her thing. Oh well. Totally what I meant to do. Okay, we're gonna do this. We're gonna get a tap. Tap, tap, tippity tap. Oops. Uh-oh. Cool.
It's one more, isn't it?
Does that count?
This one. That's the one you gave me. So.
That's true.
And you actually saved it, so yes. I really don't think I earned a point.
It's
I'm
fine.
being quite honest with you.
No. You earned a point. Oh my gosh.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you get used to that right one being so tough, and that left one just...
God, that doesn't count. It didn't quite make it.
Again,
I take my
though.
one. I take my one. Kitty Crowley.
She's just...
Okay, maybe she'll do it over here. Will you do it over here? Oh, there's too much. What? What happened?
I didn't flip.
What?
Yeah.
Your score's way higher than mine, though.
Yeah?
80-80. That just shows you I was keeping it down on the flippers pretty well. Golf scoring, right?
Yeah.
Me?
It's one more. It's one bigger. The other one that I really liked from that was the capo for the amp. He didn't capo his guitar, he capoed his amp. Oh, so funny.
Is this Spinal Tap?
Yes.
I've seen that movie, but my memory of it, I watched it in college.
No, this is
I'm sorry. Anyway, I watched it with some friends in college. Oh, you could have gotten that.
I tried.
I know. Hey, I got a point.
Good night.
I got a point.
I'll give you a point.
We were all super tired when we watched it, and we fell asleep. Not because it was a boring movie, but we were all like super tired. It's not food time. It's almost food time, but it's not quite. Okay, I'm gonna do another one for good measure. Here we go. I'm gonna try the whole hand. Ready? My old style of tap passing.
Ham-fisted.
No.
Yeah, let's say.
Gotta just do the fingers. Like, I literally used to like have it so the heel of my hand would like stop my hand. It was an interesting little technique, but on ones that are more sensitive, it does not work very well.
Yeah.
But on this one,
it kind of only works in this game. Nice.
That's how you get the collect bonus, everybody.
And
A failed tap pass into a backhand into the spinner. I'm trying to figure out a catchy move. Bye.
Yeah, it's just an okay movie with a couple of memorable lines. Aw, I think it's pretty funny. I like it. I'm not saying it's like a fantastic movie. You're absolutely right, but...
All right, what's our next challenge? Unless, do you want to do it again?
No, I'm good with that.
Okay.
I don't know.
Hey. Why don't we max out bonus? Max out as in 19,000 at 5x.
Okay.
You can go first.
Yeah, I guess I'll go. I'll make you type this one in.
Challenge. So, for this, it is in your best interest to not get it in the collect bonus hole until you max
But honestly, like...
max bonus.
I'm gonna let it settle so I knew where it was going.
We should do another watching the screen challenge. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, this one, yeah.
This one I think would be real hard.
It is a little difficult.
Okay, what are we doing maxing out?
M the 10. Come
Hey.
on, girl. You are just...
She's a ham.
Come here.
Look at her. What are you doing? What are you doing, kitty blinders? Funny way to pick her up. Okay.
All of her legs.
No, I know.
You don't need to hold her.
Woohoo!
Okay, I'm putting down.
Oh. She was not having that. Cats are not having your shenanigans today.
Whatever. I mean, I'm not dealing with them at all today. I'll leave you both alone for the rest of the day.
You guys don't want that. What are we doing? Alright. Let's get those drop targets. Priority 1, drop targets. Priority 1, don't drain. Sorry, priority 1, keep the ball alive.
You love Tiger King. There you go.
I did the thing that Ace talked about. I looked at the ball and I got distracted. Not by my own reflection, but by the reflection in the ball. Cause I can, oh, now I can see myself. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, everybody.
Cats are just.
Well, it's getting close to food time, so you know. All right, priority whatever number. Drop targets. In-lane saves. There we go. It's a sweetie.
Mm-hmm.
So it's in your best interest on this game. I really do feel to
No, you're allergic to cats, CNK. That's no good.
So you can get one of the hairless ones, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what I was gonna say.
Cat or doodle?
Oh, do the one-sided slap save because of the way the flipper gap is. 9 out of 10 times, if you do the 2 flipper slap save, it will end in tears. It's sadness.
You gotta like. Oh.
I did not think it was gonna catch that,
Yeah.
and I was trying to figure out how I wanted to nudge it. Whatever. I did not raise on my bones. Or you can get a cute puppy. There were some cute puppies. We've been seeing some cute puppies around.
Yeah, there's a lot of American Terriers around. Let's say that.
Oh, look. Your kitty's coming back.
Nope. Nope. No. You don't want any attention from me, so I'm not giving you any attention.
Hairless, what's the point? Fur makes the cat. It's kind of true. They are cute little fur balls. Aren't you? And then, like, you know, you can't blame any hair you find in your food on your cat.
Yeah.
That's what we do. We're like, oh, that's just cat hair.
Ember, stop. Stop.
She says, feed me. I'll stop. Just like humans, why? This is not when you're supposed to be streaming. This is, oh no, we didn't want to collect bonus. Okay, cool. Get it. Thank you. I survived it. Did I survive it?
Let's say.
Yay! We survived it. That counts. I got a flip on it.
Get up there.
Nope. It's okay. Oh, bad. Ugh!
Wow. Don't see that very often.
No. Couldn't hit that if I tried.
Ember, stop. Just calm down.
You look fired up, kitty. Ooh!
Yes.
Sweet. Okay. Ugh, early. Ugh, early. Oops. That was a bad flip. Mistimed. It's okay. What are we doing? Okay. We're fine now.
Oh, get it.
Hey! Alright. Step 1, you say we need to talk. He walks, you say sit down. It's just a talk. He smiles. Get it. No, not that. Politely back at you. You stare politely. Hi. Right on through. Yes! Alright, cool. That was stupid. Never not had it, friends. Never not had it. Okay. That was exciting. That was a cool Lazarus that just happened.
That was a heck of a Laz.
I'll take it. Ah, don't kill me. Don't you do it. Okay. Come on.
Nope.
Darn it. I should have jiggled it more to try to jiggle it out.
Yeah.
Notice the score difference between our tap pass challenge and our going to max out our bonus challenge. I rest my case as far as how you should play in a tournament. Now, that's kind of unfair to compare those two, but it is kind of funny though to see, like, when we focus on bonus, our scores are 9 out of 10 times better than, like, say when we do a spell magic challenge.
Yeah.
Alright, we're 13. Uh-oh. Okay, we're fine.
Oh!
Breathe. Get it. Get it. You got this. You got this! No! I was one away, wasn't I? Or was it?
Two.
Yeah, it's 2. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
I had some. That was an exciting ball, y'all.
That was an insane.
That was fun. There were a lot of back from the dead there.
Good grief. Stressing me out. I can't do this. I'll be right back.
Okay. Alright, we're gonna go on the quest for the Maxi Max Max bonus. Yeah, CNK, I have some friends where it's like, they'll say, like, sometimes they're allergic to cats and sometimes they're not. So I wonder if it's like, I don't know. I'm technically allergic to cats as well, but I've left 4.5. No, don't kick me. Yeah, that's nice. Oh, lap kitty. You want to be my face? Yeah, I'm worried I'm gonna like develop allergies because my kitty likes to like at night. She will literally lay on my face, and I'm wondering if like she's trying to suffocate me. Oh, poopies. Well, we didn't do it. All right, I'm gonna start a solo game. We're gonna play a one-handed solo game, friends. Cause why not? Let's do it. Cause I don't know when Kevin's coming back, so. Woohoo! Nope. That was fun. Alright, switching hands. My cat also likes to like knead on my neck, so I'm like, what are you doing, kitty? You are like trying to kill me. I love my kitty, and I'm pretty sure she loves me too, but you just never know. That flipper saved me. Alright, here we go. Here we go. We should do a split flip game. We haven't split flipped in a while. I'm doing one hand game because I didn't know how long we were doing. Here we go.
You're technically allergic to cats as well, right? Okay, these are asthma. Okay. My mom has one cat, and I can't be in her house for more than like 5 minutes. Wow. No, I saw that Jack did that, but I didn't check it out. It just seems so busy. Like, even when they were doing the 4-person challenge or whatever, it just like, I don't know, for whatever reason, I guess I didn't like the setup of all 4 people going at the same time. I don't know. I mean, it's cool.
Oh! Look at that!
I watched a little bit of the
One-handed.
VOD. It just seemed so busy to me.
Yeah, I kind of want to check it out. It's a cool thing, though. It is cool.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm going to finish up my one-handed
I
game.
guess they just... So, did they all send it to Twitch and Twitch stitched it together for them, or what? Because I don't know. I'm curious as to how they got that to work.
Hi, kitty. Hi. She's like, what the heck?
Zoom? Okay. Everybody's doing Zoom now.
Yeah. Zoom, zoom.
Apparently.
You know what? I find if you're having trouble with your shot accuracy, practice one-handed, because it, like, for some reason, it really helps me, like, dial in. This is my Strataflight shot right there. It's a good one-handed game right there.
Screen swapping voice act. Oh. Yeah, that's too much for me. I would.
Yeah, well, because we've done some like Google Hangout like game sessions with
our
Kevin's.
buddies.
Yeah, and it's hard because like one of them is like running the game right, but if people like laugh or react, then it will take like the screen over to the other person. I know that's not quite the same as what you're talking about. I don't think because it doesn't change the video, right? But yeah, it's a little chaotic.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd do it that way. I'd do it. I have ideas on how I would do it. I mean, I've done it before. We've done it before.
Do you want to
Jack could control it, sure.
Was Jack playing, or was he just like moderating?
I don't know.
I'm just curious. I should watch it. I mean, I don't want to.
Yeah, I mean, if you're using Zoom, you can act as the moderator, and then just say like, "Oh, this is the presenter. This is the presenter." And you can lay the screen out, all that. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was fun. Yeah, it's cool. I mean, people are coming up with really creative ways too. Sorry.
No, it's fine.
Really creative ways to do things in these challenging times because I think we're all like really want to play pinball with other people right now. And thankfully, I was telling Kevin, like, at least we're stuck in the house where we both like to play because we can play against each other and still kind of get that, yeah, and,
yeah, it's worth it. Yeah, you know, we're talking to some other folks and the Pinball Network about trying to get some co-op stream going.
And if anybody wants to co-op with us, if you're out there and you're like, oh, I have this game, I want to, or like do a dual stream, we are all for it. Because it is super cool.
Yeah, we're gonna figure it out. Maybe today I'll take the time to look at kind of. I know people like on the Tilt forums and stuff that talked about how to do it and all that, but I don't know. Like I said, I kind of feel like
I had it.
It's just a little interesting on how to do it. Like I said, I think there's different schools of thought. When we did it, we would bring up a browser of it was Narnia Pinball. We'd bring up his stream.
We totally did it on the fly.
Yeah. He was like, "Oh, I'm fired up and ready to play." I was like, "Okay." And so we figured it out. It worked. It probably, you could probably do it a little better. The only problem was the audio was a little hard to hear. I'm not sure if that was an us problem or a him problem, but probably a little bit of both.
Yeah, and I thought it would be cool. I think in these dual streams, and let me know if people have been watching, because I mean that's the problem. Because like I said, we're streaming like every day right now, so we're not watching as much because we're streaming, or doing things to get our stream ready.
Yeah.
And so I thought it would be cool, like when we first started toying with the idea before it became what people have to do. Was like, I don't know if you can do something with like Scorbit to, because that was something that I thought would be cool, because we do like the one person plays and the next person plays for focus.
Yeah, that's my personal preference for sure.
Yeah. Oh, cool beans. There we go. And but it would be really nice if you could see like the real time scores, or like at least see both scores. But I mean, I think that would require both people to have a Scorbit doohickey, right? I mean,
oh yeah, CNK, no, we appreciate it. You said you just want to let us know so if we have a machine, we can get in on it. We did. We had Guardians.
Because I saw his straw poll today, and I was like, well,
it's Guardians, and we used to have one.
Yeah,
not anymore,
but Star Wars was not on the list, so yeah, because
I don't know. I assume he has a Star Wars, but I don't know that for a fact.
He played Star Wars the other day.
Yeah.
Like, or at least I didn't. Again, I saw it pop up because I haven't really been watching much. Unless like we watched a little bit like right after our stream when we were eating dinner.
We have like zero overlap with Jack except for the one Stern we have. Unfortunately.
Yeah. Haven't played pinball in 3 weeks. Oh no!
That stinks, man.
Yeah. Is there any Why did I get a bunch of points?
It gave you points after my tilt.
Was it from a drop target maybe?
No, it's bonus.
Oh.
It gave you my bonus, I think. Anyway.
Whoa, Laser Lewis had a one-handed game of May 300 million. Nice.
Wow. Nice.
I was kind of like my game of Magic. Sometimes that's why people are like, oh, one-handed. If you can play pinball, you can probably put up a decent score one-handed. And Laser Lowe's can definitely play some pinball pretty darn well. So,
we have to play against him in tournaments sometimes. He's a good pinball player.
Yeah, he's a nice guy too. If you don't know,
he's a great guy. He lives up in Columbus area.
So check him out.
Yeah.
But Ed, are you in a place where maybe you can rent a machine? Because I know that's a, I think that's a cool thing that locations are doing to at least, because we're lucky enough that we have games, but I can't even imagine.
We're in Cincinnati area.
I'm gonna feed the kitties, so you can play a game.
Yeah, so we're.
It's time.
Yeah, I just don't know if that's a good idea right now. In London, gotcha. Yeah, no, I understand. Even when we like to have to go out and get necessities, we're always a little oogled out by it. So it's just like, I don't know. We're really trying to do our part of, hey, stay home and, don't take unnecessary risks. So I completely know where you're coming from. So yeah, it's just tough right now. I gotta save that. Yeah, we try to go out very minimally as well. Even like we had to go to Walgreens to pick up some toiletries and whatnot, and it's just like I feel weird going there. It's just like it's like I don't know. We're trying to do social distancing and staying away from people.
Yeah, we're at a store.
And here we are going to the store. So, but they had like tape outlines and, you know, there were big messages saying, oh, we'll stay X feet apart and all that. So yeah. Yeah, and it's just, we still go out for walks though, because, you know, luckily everyone on our side of town seems to be, you know, like, it's not, you know, we're not like super densely populated, which is nice. So it's like, we can go out for a walk and people will, you know, give you a wide berth and you can actually go for a walk and people will let you, you know, give you sweep around and all that. We have that too. Once you get in the market, people, yeah, right. My mom is 60 or 88, and she's fairly good health for her age. I'd like to keep it that way. Yeah, CNK, absolutely. No, we understand completely, and that's like, you know, my folks live about an hour and a half outside of town now, and so it's like I feel like I don't want to go over and see them because I'm like, I mean, I don't think I'm sick, but what if I am? And I don't want to give it to them. Same with, like, you know, Lindsay went over to see her folks, and it was kind of weird even because you're just like, well, we don't think we are, but we don't know because some people are asymptomatic. So, yeah.
Yeah, we've definitely been limiting, but, like, you don't know. Just don't know. It's tough. And then, like, when we brought in the stuff from Walgreens yesterday, we're wiping it down, and I'm like, okay, well, but I pulled out my credit card, and then I put my credit card in my purse, and now do I have to clean out everything in my purse? It's like, where does it end as far as what you...
Scrub down, but you don't scrub down.
Yeah. It's tricky.
I'm wondering if I should make
it's almost a sweet
airport sometime. I know, right? Yeah. Lindsay's brother did that. He was in California and made a run for Cincinnati right before it all kind of went to pot. But even then, I was just like, you know, it's like, okay, like I understand wanting to come home. I get that.
Well, and he got out kind of ahead of it
yeah,
too.
it was
so
before. It was like a week before.
Yeah. But I heard my aunt's down in Florida, and apparently, this was a while back, but she was talking about how, like, when they did the lockdown for New York, like, flights to Florida, like, doubled or something, and they were having like these strict procedures at the airport where you like they would take your information and like, you know, I mean obviously they didn't force you to quarantine, but like you were strongly encouraged, and like I said, they had a record that you were one of the people, so I don't know what they're doing with that, but it's crazy times. It's crazy times.
Yeah, right.
I'm standing where I am. This is the standing weird challenge, right? I'm gonna just keep it. I got my legs crossed. It's a weird stance for me, but we'll try it out.
You touch car door handle and steering wheel. Actually, we walk. That's the nice thing.
Yeah, thankfully most of the stores where we can get stuff are walkable.
Yeah, but no, you're absolutely right. Like when I get in my car and go somewhere and get out and then get back in, I'm always going out. Like, yeah, so now I gotta wash my car and keys.
Yeah.
And wallet.
Like where's
shower.
Yeah.
Strip my clothes and burn them. Like I don't. Yeah. Calm down this week. Yeah, it doesn't end. You're right, CNK. It just doesn't. So take as many precautions as you can, but don't drive yourself crazy.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that's all we can do.
And at one point you have to like not think about it. Like you need to think about it, but there's a point where it's like you're thinking about it too much.
Yeah.
So, all right, what are we doing? We're still maxing out bonus, right? That's what we're doing.
I definitely felt like packing up and just we're just playing.
Okay. Oh, okay.
You can max bonus if you want. I've just been.
I mean, that's normally what I go for anyway when we're just playing. So.
No, I'm kind of just.
Get it!
Oh, come on.
Oh, I was so close.
Yeah.
The one thing though is, I mean, I have full faith we are going to get through this, and when we do, I think we're all going to have a different perspective and appreciation for certain things.
For about 5 days.
Hopefully it sticks. I have faith in us as humans. It will stick. What was I going to say though? Yeah, because I watched one of the streaming no-shows, the one that they actually had to close early because of the stuff and things. And I was telling Kevin, I was like, I'm so glad they're doing this, but like it actually, in a way, makes me, because I really like live theater because unlike a movie, like the emotions are there. Like you are like they are like in the room with you, not just like on a screen. Like you're really, there's a connection there that like, I'm not knocking movies if movies are your thing, but
it's just different.
yeah, it's just that's why I like theater and tend to prefer it over movies. And I was like, man, it made me sad I couldn't see this show live, honestly, because it was very emotionally charged. But I'm still incredibly thankful that
You got to check it out.
yeah, places are at least making them available, and particularly when people have worked so hard on things, it's just heartbreaking that. I mean, hopefully when everything clears up, a lot of things will, like, I was going to play for a show at...
Local high school.
Yeah, and I feel for the kids, because, like, they're putting in work, and, like, it's tough when things happen.
Yep.
Alright.
Oh, fun fact about our logo, the right flipper is the model, or whatever, the what is it called?
The right flipper on
source
this
material.
game?
Yeah.
That's
I
fun.
took a picture of the right flipper on this game and sent it to our graphic designer.
Because Kevin really likes Stern.
I like the
Flipper
fat
bed.
flippers, so I took a picture of that one and sent it to him. So you can see in our logo there, that's where the outline came from. The weather has been so nice here. Yeah, it's cloudy. Yeah, today it's actually kind of cloudy, so it's nice to just think about it indoors. Last few days though have been really sunny and nice.
Yeah.
So we've been trying to we went out for a walk twice yesterday.
We did. And when I woke up this morning, I was like, I'm glad we went twice yesterday because it's cloudy today.
Right. Yeah. See, there you go. It's kind of hard to tell on the small flip there.
Sweet.
But
Sweet.
also,
There it is.
You kind of got to have it in night mode to see it. Nice center post pot, right? This game will teach you to trust that center post probably more than maybe you should.
Well, it teaches you when you can trust it and when you can't. And it's
not a steadfast rule, but yeah, you kind of figure it out.
Please don't. Thank you.
Got this.
Yeah, I do. Okay. Side to side's great in pinball, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think my best bet is to go for the spinner and try to get from a bounce, opposed to shooting it up in there.
Ed Red 17. Yeah, basically. So what Lindsay's trying to do right now is go for the drop targets in the top right. Those give you the multiplier bonus. So right now you can see she's at 4x. Every time you complete the drop targets, it gives you nice.
Get it! You want it! You don't. No!
She didn't want to shake it. So, real quick rundown. Spell magic to get an extra ball. Well, to light the extra balls, and then the second time around, light special. The other thing you're trying to do is sweep these drop targets here, and then that'll get your bonus multiplier up. You get this collect bonus hold to collect your bonus.
Or you drain.
Or you can drain.
Don't do that. It's not
So spelling magic also lights your spinners for different values. Basically, the A lights the 1,000, but it rotates back and forth. M is going to light, I think, this 400. G lights this 400. I, then C. So you can get 2,000 to spin on the spinners, but it rotates back and forth.
Yeah, because the base value is 200.
On switch hits.
Because that always confuses me. Like, wait, why? There's only 1,800 points there.
Yeah.
This is 200.
You can get your bonus up to 19,000 before it just stops collecting, or stops accumulating, I should say. And you collect it by draining. See, it'll go 6, or you get into collect bonus.
I'll let Kevin answer chat because he was talking all during that. So you can continue talking, and I will continue playing.
Sorry.
No, it's fine.
Let's see.
I'm just letting you know there is some stuff that's there. Okay.
Side-to-side outlane. Yeah, right? Side-to-side outlane is great on this game. That's what this game is really good for.
Yeah. Now look at this versus Flash Bow 79. While Flash has background sound, it does not seem to have the rules. Well, I mean, lots of people.
I'm not a big fan of Flash.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, Flash is fine. We had it on location here for a little bit, and I wasn't blown away by it. Let's just say that. That was a great shot. I hit everything up there except for the multipliers.
Yeah, the rules on this, I totally recommend if you do encounter it in a tournament, go for bonus. I mean, if the spinners are really juicy, like
you can rip them.
Yeah, you can assess how juicy the spinners are, I guess.
Watch the orange 1,000 light as she hits switches, though. See how much it pops back and forth. So that's why it's bad to kind of rely on the 1,000 spin.
Yeah, and also, did you talk about the...
I was just about to mention that.
You can talk about it.
So when she ripped that right 1,000, there's a star rollover, the top of that lane up there, that as soon as you roll it over, it turns that 1,000 off. So...
And the other scary thing is if you hit... This happens to me a lot. It happened earlier and you saw me get a little upset by it because it always upsets me when it happens. But if you hit this, a lot of times, it's a dangerous feed from that. Particularly if you hit it really clean and really fast. It can come down and go right in that little gap there. So, like, the spinner shots aren't necessarily safe.
Bam.
And that's why I think backhanding the drop targets is like one of the safest, most lucrative things, at least on our game. And I think I could do it on the Replay FX too. Yeah.
Alright, let's see if I can rip this spinner.
Flash has annoying background sound. Is it the same as the Nugent background sound?
No. Nugent, yeah.
Kevin doesn't like that.
No, Nuge doesn't have background sound. Oh, that's right. It doesn't bounce over. Idiot. Nuge just has annoying beeps and boops.
Beep, 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 beep,
Oh, I hate the Nugent sounds.
Right, I'm going to change current challenge to just 1 minute since I know you're not.
I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. I don't think it's fair if I'll still try to max out the bonus, but.
Yeah, I'll try and.
I lived that experience of Tech Knife.
Yeah, I don't know. This one, actually, I think that's technically a Stern, like, sound. I think you might be able to change that, because I think I could put this on the annoying beeps and boops, which I hate.
Kevin's not a fan.
They sound awful.
I do have to say, I prefer, like, the spinner sound on this than the spinner sound on that. Though I am not as offended by it as Kevin is. Except at Expo, they had one that was turned, like, really loud, I thought. That's already kind of a piercing, like, it's a timbre that pierces anyway, so. I wouldn't mind. Nice. Yeah. I think a lot of people would.
I can't hit that left spinner today. I'm struggling. Sorry, my aim is... Kevin's on the struggle bus today. I can lay it on anything I want, but I'm just not playing very good pinball at this very moment in time.
Boop, boop. Yeah, collect that bonus. Yeah, do it again.
Yeah, Nugent. Yeah, see, there it is.
See how scary that was? I mean, like...
Yeah, like, it just... You can get a good spinner rip, and it just comes and feeds after that. And it's like kind of... Some of it depends on what drop targets are up at that moment in time as well.
Ugh.
Oh, you got it.
I feel like the game is this way.
It probably is.
I should have just moved it to begin with all. Where's the fun in that?
Yeah, this was my very first game I ever bought. I got my first real job. I had a couple bucks laying around, so I bought this on eBay, sight unseen.
How much did you get it for, Kevin?
Like $450 back in 2006. So I probably technically overpaid for it because it's probably still worth about $450. Not really.
Yeah, it was dangerous. Yeah, there's a lot of danger in this game. We like to live dangerously here with the
I'm not able to. Sometimes I can save them. I was saving some decent ones earlier. Now I'm just...
Like, that's actually pretty scary, too. And if the game were, like, as Kevin mentioned earlier, if the game were cleaner, I think we'd be losing the ball a lot more. Because some of the, it is catching some grime. Occasionally.
Yeah, Edred says, I need to buy one. Just never had living room, yeah.
Yeah, they take
Neighbors
us.
get pissed too.
Oh,
yeah, that's unfortunate.
just invite them over to play. Then they'll be like, "Oh, we love pinball. We have to get some too." And then you just have big parties, right?
Yeah. I bought this basically straight out of college, and what ended up happening was I moved it like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, I used to live where Alice Cooper is now.
Yeah.
Like,
No, I moved with it. Like I lived in like 2 or 3 different houses
I didn't know that.
and took it with me.
I mean, I'm not doing that.
So yeah,
Not even here.
it got moved with me a few times, and it actually, yeah, right.
Creative problem solving, Ed. That's what we're doing here.
Yeah. Luckily though, I mean, I'm sure our neighbors can hear it when we play pinball, but
Well, we can hear when they play their stupid loud music, and then our streams get copyright whatever.
yeah.
That happened the other day when we were doing our flipper rebuild of Maverick. They were playing. We have a neighbor, which like it normally doesn't really bother us, but they will play music loudly, and YouTube actually picked up like because we had no other sound going besides us talking, and it picked up out a bass line on one of the songs and figured out what it was. Hey, hey, hey! I'm not mad at that. Oh, I'll take it. Okay. But yeah, see this game, you gotta be active. You cannot be a passive player in Magic.
And the funny thing is too, is like, ooh, nice. Our
Thanks.
house actually has insulation. And, you know, it has some sound
Yes.
editing. We have double pane windows. Like the fact that you can still hear his music is kind of crazy.
Yeah, and pretty loudly.
It's actually kind of amusing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't actually care that much.
Yeah, we
'cause
don't care. Okay, I'm going for the sweep.
We're not the quietest people in the world either, so.
Well, and I'm a musician by trade, so I feel like I can't really complain because I will practice, and people probably hear that too. But what can you do?
We get a house that's not attached to other people. We're gonna have a giant room. I can picture it already. There you go.
Yeah, dream big.
Yeah, I'm still.
That was nice.
I still have. See, that one was okay. She was a good rip, but since that last pop or drop target was up, it got caught on that and fed back over to the pop bumpers.
Yeah. And I
Yeah.
gave it a little bit of a move too.
Our dream is to own a business, like a storefront. They have all of our pins on the bottom. And we just open it up from time to time and let people come in and play.
Yeah.
At least that's my dream. I've kind of almost talked Lindsay into it.
I had a dream in days gone by.
That way I could just, hang out after work or whatever, keep it open. It's
And we're gonna serve pancakes because you flip pancakes just like you flip pins.
pancakes, coffee, and
Tea, yep. So sorry if you were looking for the regular bar pin experience.
my son has sound listening app that is amazing. Shazam. Yeah, so Shazam is pretty sweet.
Yeah.
There's Shazam. There was another one. I don't know if it's still around. You can sometimes do like Google and Cortana and all those. Not Cortana. Nobody knows what that is anymore.
it is
Google or
Cortana.
Siri, I think, will do it.
Cortana's still on like
Yeah,
PCs though.
She is. We used to have Windows phones.
I was a huge fan of Windows phones, everybody. I know I was in the minority, but I loved my Windows phone.
It was actually a very.
And it's so sad that they like.
It's because it wasn't cool and hip that they didn't really.
But it was
charm.
cool. It would wink at you when you got a text message.
Oh,
How's that not cool?
The Windows 8 phones were fantastic. They really were.
We liked them. Quite a bit.
It's just, well, the other problem was nobody developed apps for them because they didn't have that much in the market, and so they didn't get much in the market because
Yeah, it was a.
nobody
chicken
developed
and egg.
apps for them.
I'm gonna move this seat. Here we go.
Yeah.
Ooh, you lost a lot of bonus there, friend.
Yeah, I did.
Hey, bounce to the A, thanks. Uh-oh.
My buddy's office back in NYC has a fireball in their lobby. Nice! Beer, coffee on tap. Yeah, we wouldn't do alcohol. I know. It's like,
Ooh,
oh
we
my
could
God.
do Vietnamese coffee on tap.
We
Yeah!
could do like cold brew coffee and stuff.
Yeah! Oh, yes.
No, it's just we don't want to. I mean, we would if we do
We're
it.
probably not looking to make much money anyway.
If we do it, we're literally just trying to supplement maybe some of our income.
Yeah.
The P3 of phones. Oh, yeah, a little bit though. Like it's an amazing thing that nobody wants to try because it's
Yeah.
different.
Ooh! Ooh! Lindsay Lou got lucky. You feeling lucky, punk? Alright, do I want to go for the spinner rip or backhand the drop target? Live dangerously. We're going for the spinner rip.
Nice.
See? Sometimes you gotta take risks.
Yeah, P3 is. If you guys
Oh my
have
gosh.
never played a P3 and you can,
Yeah.
if you
Do
once you
it.
get access to one, you need to check it out.
Oopsies.
Lexi is actually a very fun game, and Heist looks amazing. I've yet to play one, so if we had one, we would have a Heist in this household.
Tigerfly said, "Go ahead, make a bad day." Black cat, that's good luck, right? Yep, our cat's total good luck.
Yeah, that whole black cats are bad luck thing is just silly.
Yeah, black cats are sweethearts.
They are sweethearts.
Lexi is a fun game. Agreed, General.
It's I don't know, like.
It's so cool.
It really is, and like, I mean, I love video games. I've always loved video games. Video games are what got me into computers, and but that's the thing. I obviously love pinball too, and to be able to combine that a little bit in a way that I find,
We should do on this.
I love it. I absolutely adore that screen and what they do with it, but I also really like the physical aspect of everything up top. The simple thing, and the thing that Lindsay I know really loves is the boxes that pop up.
Oh my gosh, I love that so much because and you see, like today we're not really doing it as much, but we really do like to do challenges and come up with fun things to do on games, and it's kind of like that's. I mean, to an extent, you can say all pins have that, but like there's really like an objective, and then like it's just a cool integration, I guess, of those elements.
So General, yeah, I guess the
Okay, I'm back in it now.
the reliability is always a thing, but here's the deal: like those things are actually super easy to work on.
Because everything's modular.
Like if you check on YouTube and watch Jerry Sellerberg, I think is the guy's name.
Kevin's great with names.
I think it's something like that. He put out a series of videos about like just how to take that game apart and how to that system and how everything, even like the screen slides out, the flipper mechs slide out.
I mean, that was a part of the point when they were making it, right? They wanted it to be easy to work on.
Right. So everything is very modular, and so like you can work on it outside of the game. Now I still understand your point. Like you don't always want to be working on it. But my understanding is it's a pretty tough cookie. Like it's made well, and the parts are the flippers are different because they have that that they're different than any other flipper that is out there because of how they're floating above the LCD. But short of that, like all the mechs on the top part, they're all just straight off the shelf Pinball Life stuff. Is my understanding, or wherever they get their parts from. I thought it was
You got the special though.
I did. But yeah, I don't know.
Same with spooky games. Yeah, they tend to not stand up as well in an arcade environment.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what it bums me out about Alice Cooper a little bit because I know Alice Cooper is a great game and a great tournament game, I think. And like you'll watch these tournament streams where they put in an Alice Cooper and it's like Alice Cooper's acting up again, and I'm like, please, folks, just hang in there because like I think Spooky does get it figured out and fixes their problems. But I just don't want people to have the memory to be like, wow, I played that one tournament, it's always down. Because like at the women's tournament, they have that location, Crazy Martins has like all the spooky games. It's awesome.
Yeah.
And I had never played America's Most Haunted. And I was having a lot of fun with it, but like it was having a lot of issues.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna hold it against the game. I will not do it.
Yeah, I mean we have an Alice Cooper. So you can see it right here. That's Alice Cooper right there. And I'm not saying it's not worry free, that's for sure. But
particularly when I'm playing it.
yeah,
Like,
Lindsay's a wizard.
I
She finds problems. Alice Cooper is finally feeling right. Yeah, it feels great now.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It's like one of those things where it's just like sometimes it takes time, and that's why I don't think it's memory to be like, oh, that was the game I always acted up. It's like, well, that was then. This is now. Live in the present.
One of our buddies is an operator, and he's of that same, because he's owned a few. He had he got Rob Zombie when it came out, and wasn't terribly happy with the reliability. Then he got a TNA, kind of the same way, which is unfortunate, But I mean, I personally love Spooky. I'm a member of their fan club.
Ours is always resetting itself.
Did you upgrade the latest code? That was built in to always reset after a certain number of games or whatever.
Oh yeah, that's right. I know. The memory.
So the new code should have fixed that part of it. If it's still doing it, you need to get a hold of Spooky and let them know, because they are very good customer service wise. That's the other thing that kind of frustrates me. It's like, I think a lot of people that have issues with Spooky games are just like,
I'm not going to contact them.
maybe, I don't know. But I've had a couple issues, and I got feedback immediately.
Whew, I'm getting hose town busted.
Under the buffet model, play like, oh yeah, free to play. See, that's hard on games.
Yeah.
The free to play model is hard on games.
Oh no, we'll play it and then we'll cry. Oh, like while you're playing. Yeah, ours did that a couple times.
It will, like I said, it'll do it if they're not on the latest code.
No, I think he's talking about like actually during a game.
I know. I know. I was gonna. So I'm getting there. So what was happening? There was a memory leak. So you can turn off the reset after a certain number of games. What would happen is, with the memory leak, the game would run out of memory and then just crash. So what may be happening is, if it's on the code, it's not resetting when it needs to, and it eventually runs out of memory and crashes.
Whew, I did a little flicky. Yeah, look at me go. It's totally on purpose.
Yeah. So we have not seen the reset issue on the latest code. So they fixed the memory leak, it should be better. That being said, if it's still resetting during the game and you're on the latest code, there may be something else going on. So yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
Gotcha. Okay, I understand. Come on, Bo. Give me some love in it.
Yeah, no, it fixed a lot of ball search issues. It's not perfect still.
Yeah, and we have a problem. If anyone else out there's a Alice Cooper, the thing that happens, I think, the most on ours is like it won't find it. You'll lock the ball in Frankie, and sometimes it just like it makes a sound like it went up there, and it's in there, it's seated, and I don't know where it's not like sensing it. Always frustrates me because that shot and we don't necessarily get along, you know. So it's very satisfying when you hit it, but then it's very deflating. Deflator mouse. I played Deflator mouse. Poop bucket.
Alright, let's go again.
I'm so close. We're gonna do stuff. This is the game. Right here. Not my best plunge.
Sorry, I needed water.
He did the whole water trick on me.
Yeah, whenever I leave the room for a second, the ball drains on me.
Also, whenever he walks up from
or walk away. Breathe. Don't breathe.
Yeah.
Or look at her or don't look at her.
Yeah, all those things happen. Kitty's coming. Do you want me to start her?
She's fine.
Yeah, that was a rough little go right there for me, but it's fine. It only takes one ball. 9,000 is a pretty low score there for when you don't hit anything. Things happen. All right, let's plunge better. I don't think that was really a better plunge.
So when we say we need to plunge better, we're trying to hit the A.
All right, we at least got in something.
Or the G. And like hitting the M is not one of the better places to plunge.
Sweet. Wow, that was low. So you want to hit any of those? You just want to, Okay, we're fine. Everything's fine. That one is backhandable. That was early. Why is my backhand gone? It was gone on Star Wars too. It makes me sad. Hey, when you can't backhand, just go ahead and forehand. It's fine. You got options.
One of the main reasons I love this game is the free exposed pops. And it's got 2 on the bottom instead of the 1 on the bottom. And I really feel like that just, I don't know, it's just satisfying.
Nope.
Because you can shoot the ball through the pops to get drop targets. You can carry them off the top pop bumper to get it where you want to go. I don't know. That to me, it feels it's
tickles
great
his fancy.
I don't know. Or it's at least fun.
Sweet. No,
maybe not great.
Still early. All right, we're gonna do it. I'm gonna sweep it. No, I'm gonna be early again. Darn it. That felt later to me, but it was like, oh, it was coming, and then it got caught on that insert.
Yeah.
Turn it. I'm sorry for your foot, but why are you so close when I try so well?
It's just my big toe, nobody else.
Couldn't be my fault. I wasn't spatially aware. It's the thing with players that move around a lot, because like I'm actually never bothered in a tournament when someone runs into me. That's part of the reason we started screaming. We started screaming, everybody. No, we started screaming.
Oh, sorry, General. Yeah, yeah. You got a reminder about a tournament he was supposed to play in.
Oh no.
Yeah, bro. Sorry, man. That's why we're trying to stream more. Just trying to, I don't know, give some pinball out there for people that can't play it and talk about pinball things.
And if there's ever something like you want to see a challenge or something, let us know because we're here to help.
How's it Doom Eternal? I haven't actually played it yet. I've heard it's really good.
Sorry, how's what?
Doom Eternal, because you saw my Doom.
Oh yeah.
Wow. I think you stole one there. I like it. That was good.
Well, that was the only one who was gonna hit that post.
That was good. That was a good one.
You gotta slide the game sometimes, friends.
Yeah.
That was fun. I enjoyed it.
No, I've heard it's really good. I've been playing Division 2 with my friends.
And then I do that.
I know it's an old game, but we all have it, and we kind of
Kevin yells at it a lot.
Oh, yeah. I yell at video games. You remember that stressful situation we were talking about earlier? And how people stress out in different situations? Mine are video games.
I'll hear, oh, come on!
Oh, it's constant.
That's his go-to.
So.
Some profanity sometimes ensues.
A little bit.
Hey, can we split flip? I want to play split flip.
Alright, we'll do one split flip game. I think it's going to call it for today.
I think we'll do split flip and then...
Alright, we'll see.
We'll see. Oh man, I'm starting out plunging. This is bad. That's what I tried to do. Mine wanted to climb out.
Right back.
Yeah. Somehow. Sweep! Oof. My angle over here is weird. I can't, like... For the center post, like, my angle is off. I feel like I can't trust it when I think I can. I think I can.
Yeah, I think the Doom Eternal added, like, a lot of, like... If you played the first... Or
like that.
The first remake of Doom...
Whee!
Like the glory kills give you like different things. Well, they added more to that, and I guess there's like a traversal system now, where it's like.
I can't read it that way.
All right, one more.
All right, we're gonna do one game. Okay. Last game for realsies.
So yeah.
Unless Lindsay scores really cool
That's
stuff.
what to say.
But she won't. She will persevere and score well. See how active I was because of Scary
That was the danger
Town?
shot. She ripped that spinner on the left.
And since I had the drops down.
That center drop was down and that bottom drop was down.
So I just kept shaking it and shaking it.
And she ended up getting the center post, which was good for all the marbles. Yeah. We don't play typically too high stakes here.
Thank you.
We play high enough stakes, I guess. We play for pride.
Oh, and then I missed the shot.
Start talking about pin side. Homies only means nothing anymore. In fact, the route of JP may have less wear. Yeah, you can try that. You're going to get a lot of pushback because people hang on to the home use moniker way too much, I feel like. And then people get all upset about, well, it's home use only, but you took it to a show, so it's not home use anymore. And yeah, good luck, man.
Oh, I was late.
It's
kind of a...
Honestly, like, our home use...
Alright, if I break 100...
Our home use Guardian's probably got more play than some other, like, arcade
What?
Guardians.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know who put all those plays on it.
Now, granted, we took care of it, but, you know, we cleaned it and replaced parts and everything, but, yeah.
Yeah, it's a tough thing, because, like, I mean, I agree with Kevin. It's like... Depends on who's playing it at the home.
Well, just because it's home use, like, if it's in a home where people don't know how to maintain a pinball machine or clean it or replace balls or rubbers, it just, everything falls apart, so...
Pinball problems, right?
Oh, that was silly. I'm just losing focus.
Focus! It's lunchtime, that's why.
Yeah. Yeah, you need to replace the ball, you need to clean it, and you need to replace
Hey,
rubbers. Yeah, I'm with you. Some routed games are very well taken care
Yeah,
of and maintained.
like we have a location, Comics to Games. They are real good at maintenance, and you'll even see, like, if you're in and playing, like, they'll, yes, awesome, take care of business there with keeping their games in a good shape for you.
Catch.
I thought it didn't. Okay, here we go.
That's one of my favorite things about this game is able to catch and roll up and back down the in lane. I feel like it's so much. This game is a great game for doing that, and it's very satisfying.
Here we go.
I don't know if it's just this particular certain Magic or if it's all Magics that do that, but
Fun. The one-legger.
there it is.
The one-legger.
Yeah, there. Sunshine Laundromat back home. There you go.
Oh yeah,
All
sunshine.
things like new. Tilt is so sensitive. Yeah, there you go.
We went to Sunshine once when we
Yeah,
like to go back.
love it. And General put a post that I didn't get to read yet.
Oh, there's a machine that's left in a bar with a tech that only knows how to empty the. Oh right. Oh yeah. And then there's the machines at an arcade with a dedicated tech who's an enthusiastic player and who's probably right, which is my preference. Because like I'll go places and it's like it's so funny. Like I've been places where a ball gets stuck and I let them know like the ball's stuck and they're like, oh, we'll turn the game off. I'm like, no, the ball is just stuck.
Give me the keys, I'll fix it.
Yeah, it's not broken. The ball is stuck. It's so
No, seriously, give me the keys, I'll fix it.
yeah. Yeah, Peter's Collection is very Chinese at it. Sunshine, because when we were there, they had we wanted to play Big Lebowski, but it was down when we were there. Oh. Okay, this is a respectable last game for both of us though. So.
That's far.
Ooh, you're coming. I'm coming for it.
It's only because I got this special.
How many points
put
was
me
it?
at 30. I think it's like 30 or 40.
Does it say?
I don't think so. Yeah, that was. I had to dig for that one out, didn't I? I got lucky that it came back to me.
Side is terrible!
Yeah, but at least you got 2x.
Alright. I have a feeling you're gonna catch me though. I need to get some flips on it. It's okay. It's still a respectable game. Kevin, you were supposed to catch me!
Wink. Right up. Try to save nothing. There's nothing I could.
Our free play place does a better job at teching than the place that charges a bucket. Yeah.
Yeah, some people do.
You know what? I respect places. I'm gonna give the Pacific Pinball Museum mad props because you can't assume people know how pinball works when they walk in.
Yeah.
And I was so appreciative when you walked in, and obviously, like, they don't know if I play lots of pinball or not, and they gave me a rundown, like, you know, when you start a game, finish a game, and like.
This is how it works.
And like the
if
older
you have any
games,
questions.
yeah, like the older games that didn't have auto loaders, yeah, they explained how it worked, and so it was like I feel like places that do that. I mean, people might not listen,
Yeah.
but at least they educated because you can't assume people know, and I think sometimes that's the biggest problem because there are games like Ringer where if you and it's not pinball, but like. It's an old game, and if you leave it, if you don't finish your game,
Yeah.
it can really mess up the game.
Yeah.
And so, like,
Yeah, you got
education.
Older games,
Education,
they take some. So. Well, I think that is going to do it for us today, though. We ended on a pretty good game. We both scored over 300, which is pretty respectable. I was trying to catch Lindsay there.
I thought you were going to do it.
I
really thought you were.
I was real close.
But then I jinxed him.
But that is going to do it for us today. Day 4 of 8 Days of Pinball.
On the 4th day of pinball, we played this lovely game. Sorry, I didn't smack you.
5 letters and something.
Okay, so we're going to be back tomorrow for the 5th day of pinball.
And do we announce the time?
We're going to be playing at high noon.
And maybe a clue.
It's a clue to what game we're playing, too.
So we are playing at high noon. Anyway, that is going to do it for us today. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in.
Good to see some new folks.
Yeah, thank
Hello,
you for.
come back, join us.
Please join us again.
Let's talk about pinball and other stuff.
Yeah, following and subscribing and all that.
All the fun stuff.
We really appreciate it. So we're doing it for you guys, and we're doing it for ourselves too, because we like to connect.
Hey! Thanks, Ed, for the follow.
Thank you for the follow. We appreciate
go
it.
for dance.
So hopefully we see you guys tomorrow.
It's good chatting with you.
And if we can't, maybe we'll see you next time. We're going to be, like I said,
our normal time is
Wednesday.
Yeah, usually Wednesdays, but with everything going on, we just thought it'd be fun to try to stream every day. And
Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah.
EST
Yes.
is what we're on. So 12 o'clock Eastern Time.
Bob Ross time.
Yeah.
He's got the hair for it.
I could show you Bob Ross hair.
Yeah.
Anywho.
Happy little trees, friends.
Happy little trees indeed. So thank you guys so much.
We had fun. We hope you had fun too.
We're gonna send you out with Lindsay's theme song that she wrote. So give a listen to that, and hopefully we'll have a new emote for tomorrow, maybe.
Yeah, or at least I'm gonna submit it today. We're gonna see what happens.
We'll see.
Believe in ball 3, y'all. There were some good ball 3s there.
There was.
Keep on.